Are you in the market for a Cobra-powered four-door luxury sedan, but can't or don't want to spend the money on a Marauder? Well, then I have just the right car for you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is before you buy a 1995 to 2002 Lincoln Continental. Probably the cheapest luxury V8 sedan on the market right now. I'm not making this up. The only thing you can really flag it on is that it's front-wheel drive. But honestly, roughly 80% of all sedans on the road today are front-wheel drive. So, yeah, once you look past that, the 95 to 2002 Lincoln Continental is one hell of a package, okay? For just under $5,000 for a decent one. This thing comes fully loaded. Hell, some models even came with optional suspension settings like sport, comfort, etc. Along with a comfortable and luxurious interior, the Continental also came with the modular Intech 32-valve double overhead cam 4.6 liter V8, which was actually the same engine in the Lincoln Mark 8, which we all know, if you know your Ford history, if you know your Lincoln history, that was actually the first version ever used for the Cobra engine. However, this one was slightly detuned for front-wheel drive use. Now, 1995 to 1998 models came with 260 horsepower with a respectable 0 to 60 time of 7.2 seconds. And for those of you interested in the front-wheel drive Cobra-powered sleeper, keep this in mind. The 95 to 96 models had four-way airbag suspension. However, in 97, it was actually upgraded to rear air suspension and traditional steel coil springs up front. But if you're really serious about buying one of these, then get a 99 and above model. That's because it actually got a horsepower bump to 275, and that's bone stock. That's no intake, that's no headers, that's no exhaust, nothing. 275 on a four-door freaking Lincoln that nobody's ever heard of, freaking pulling up next to you on the street light, man. This car has potential written all over it, okay? Also, all the bugs from the previous models were ironed out by 99 and above models. Now, the engine is essentially bulletproof except for a few water pump issues and freaking crappy vacuum lines. The real bummer with these cars is the air suspension. That's not a matter of if, but it's a matter of when. It will fail. It's guaranteed. Actually, it's in the fine print when people first bought the car. It was somewhere in there. Yes, this will fail. Guaranteed. And, of course, there's a freaking super weak transmissions. But when you peel back all the Lincoln badges and fancy interior, at the end of the day, it's just a Ford, which means that parts are cheaper than a Vietnamese hooker on a Monday morning matinee special. The 95 to 2002 Lincoln Continental is slipping under the radar unnoticed. One of the most solid luxury cars from the last decade, all powered by a modular 4-valve detuned Cobra engine. While everyone fights for a Marauder or a Mark 8, the Continental owners are sitting back, lighting their cigars and laughing. Lol.